artists, we are going to talk about 3D shapes today, and 3D is very important. It's when you take a flat shape, like if I had a flat circle, I don't think I have a flat circle over here, but you give it, like this would be a flat circle. So example, this is a sheet that I made for you guys. This is in your packet. It's page number 6. So if I was just to draw a circle, that's the first step that I want you to do, artist, is just draw a circle. Okay? Check your shoulder buddy. Make sure they're using a pencil. Now this next word here says sphere, and this is an example of a sphere. As an artist, you want to be able to create the illusion, and that's what makes you cool. So there's 2 different ways to do a sphere. I'm going to actually divide mine in half so you can see it up here. I might have to actually go to a darker colored pencil so you can see it. The only bad thing is I can't erase it. So the first thing I want you to do is to draw me a circle. Hopefully you can see that better. It doesn't have to be perfect, that's okay. Now I want you to think about this as a Jolly Rancher, and this line right here is curved. And if it's curved on this side, and if I cut the shape in half, you want to have a dotted line in back. So that makes it look like it's 3D. Okay, artist? So if I do another sphere, first thing I do is to draw a line, hit a bump, and jump, and go straight across. That way it looks like that ball is sitting on a table, and there's a background behind it. And if you had your light source was coming from here, artist, and I have my light coming from here, it would be very light over here, and it would be darker. Now you can create, put value and shading on there. You can do some curved lines because your object is curved. It would actually be darkest over here. And then if I had a shadow, artist, it would be really dark. And you're using your pencil and you're drawing along with Mrs. Milligan. And my shadow would be in the shape of, that's right, a circle. Now, I start teaching this lesson with first graders. Remember, we have no crying, just trying, because if you get this, it will make you an amazing artist the sooner you get this, okay? And if you don't get it, that's okay. You might have a light shadow over here, another shadow over here. Do your best. This is just, oh, and this is cross-hatching, okay? So the next thing we're moving on to, artist, is the square. So that's right, a square has 4 equal sides. So draw me a square. Check your shoulder buddy. And if I was to make a square 3-dimensional, it would become a cube, and that's what that word says right there. Same thing, I'm going to draw a line in the middle of this so I can show you 2 different ways to do a cube. So the first thing, artist, is you draw a square. It's going to have to be kind of small so it can fit in here. We can also get scrap paper and practice later. And then I like to say give your square some hair. And so there's the hair. See how it's blowing in the wind, artist? Well, the chin, because remember silly sticks, the chin wants some hair as well. So if I turn this on its side, it would actually look, and you can do this with your paper, it would actually look like it's a table and somebody could stand on that table. Now you want to have this side be parallel to this side. This side be parallel to this side. And now you have made, that's right, a cube. And you can do the same thing. And if you get this, that's great. If you don't, that's all right. Like I said, this is just a practice. Now I'm going to show you how to make something transparent, a transparent cube. So first thing I do, that's right, I start with a square, and I give that square a nose, okay? And on that square, I want you to think about when you copy and paste on the computer, you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to make another square, and you're going to set that square, you want it the same size, artist, set that square on top of the other square. Hopefully you're beginning to visualize this, that it's going to become a cube. So then what can I do, artist? I can connect these 2 together, connect these 2 together, and these are parallel lines. Connect these 2 together, connect these 2 together, and now you have a transparent cube. I'm going to show you some other videos of how to take this to the next step. This is how to elaborate a little bit on a cube. So I've already showed you how to draw a cube, which is you take a square, give it some hair, give the chin some hair, connect these with, that's right, parallel lines. Now see how that's a little bit too high? Now a lot of times, this is a good way to show you an example. Kids will make their cube, okay, and this side might be popped up. Now, do you see how that isn't right? How the rest of it looks right, but that side popped up. So that's what you want to be aware of. Same thing, you can have it be too low and it looks like it's been punched in. Now, what I want to show you, artist, is so that's what not to do. If you have your cube and you want, I'm going to do this with a pencil so I can erase it. You want to make it where it looks like the illusion, and I like to say illusion, where it's coming in. Look at that one line. I could actually take my little animal I have over here, and my animal could crawl inside that box. So now if I erase this, artist, and I draw, and I want to think about coming into the front of the box, oh, let's do the top of the box. I just have to do one line. Hopefully you're looking for it. That one line is just straight down that way, and now my little animal can go inside the box right there. Do you see the illusion that that's created, artist? So I'm going to erase it once again. And if I want to go into this side of the box, I want to think visually, okay, this line is coming down, I'm drawing it lightly. This line will actually come back through this direction here, and this corner will come back, and they will all meet. And now, that's right, artist, it looks like he could come inside the front of the box. And there's all different kinds of things that you can do with 3D to make it cool. You can give it some sides. You would have to erase these lines. So that's how you elaborate a little bit on a cube. Artists, we're now ready for page 7 of the packet. The first shape that you see is a rectangle. I'm going to try to start with my pencil, see if it's dark enough. Hopefully it is. There's a rectangle because it has 4 sides. 2 are equal. Okay. Now the rectangular prism, artist, looks something like this. So it's the same thing. I'm going to show you 2 ways to make this. You're just going to try. Remember, no crying, just trying. So I separate that in half. And I'm going to draw a smaller rectangle. Okay. And then remember when we did the cube and I told you about giving it some hair? Same thing. Give that rectangle some hair. And the chin wants some hair too. Another thing I want you to understand is these lines, artists, are going in the same direction. Don't want to tip it out that way because then it wouldn't give the illusion. Then this side should be parallel to this side. And then you darken it once you get it in the right size. This side should be parallel to this side. Same thing. If you want to, you can draw a line, hit a bump, and jump. And now my rectangular prism is sitting on a table or something. Now, if you want to make it transparent, same thing. Start like how we did the cube, but this time we're drawing a rectangle, so we draw that. Now, it's not going to, you could do a nose. Okay, we did a nose. You could do it over here. Decide where you want your dot. I'm going to think of that as the eyeball on the rectangle. So if I had another dot right there. And remember, artists, you want on top of it, you want to copy it, and you want to have the same size of rectangle on top. See how that's basically the same size. Drawing lightly. I'm drawing, mine's darker so you can see it. And then what do? I connect these 2 points together, these 2 points together, these 2 points together, and these 2 points together. Okay? And I'll show you a little bit later. I might show you how to elaborate on that. So this is a triangle. Triangle has how many sides, artist? That's correct. 3 equal sides. Doesn't have to be equal, but we're going to make this one equal. So there's your triangle. Now, if I was to make a pyramid, this is going to be a little tricky. Remember, no crying, just trying. So that would be my 3D shape there. I would start again, artist. I'm just going to show you one way to do this because this is a little difficult. I don't want anybody getting upset. So I'm going to have a triangle, and I want you to think about this triangle having a little stand, okay? A little kickback stand, or if these lines are hard and that was a Hershey kiss, you know, it would usually be like a little teardrop. Yours not going to be like a little teardrop, and it would be curved there. But think about it as a stiff triangle, okay, with a little stand. Now, if I turn it on its side, do you see where you could have a pelican here? You always want to be looking for different illusions. And then this is going to go straight back and meet it. Now, actually, the bottom of this shape is a square, all right? If you had a cone, artist, then it would be a circle. So here's the bottom, that would be a square. I went ahead, see-through. So I would, once again, start with my triangle, and you can get a scrap paper and do this too. Then I would have that line tip back like it's a kickstand. Connect it. In order to give it the illusion that it's see-through, you're going to do, I want you to do a dotted line. Now this side should meet up with this one. Do I want it to go up in the air? No, I want it to be parallel with this line here. So I'm going to do the same thing, have it be a dotted line, come down this way, and then this section here, artist, same thing, it would come down and meet it. And now I want you to think about if that was a tint, you would not want it to be transparent. Let me blow it up here so you can see a little bit better. Let me take it backwards. Take these rectangular prisms. Think about, what else could this become? This is the second step. Maybe you want this to become a toy box. And so your toy box has a lid and your toy box is sitting, somewhere. And then inside your toy box, so you can get inside there, you would put that line, and then maybe you would have it be what if it became a treasure chest? Okay, so then you would put a little lock on there, a little key, and elaborate it, put a little design. Or maybe you want to have your rectangular prism standing up, and this would become a locker. It could become a stick of butter. It could become, so transform. Maybe it's a secret box with a door on it that you could travel through time. So this is, if you can draw 3D, artist, you can make anything. Artists, these are not my sheets. They're in your packet. I found them from the internet, but I want you to do the directions. These figures have form because they have 3 dimensions. Unlike 2D shapes, they're not flat. How many sides do you have? Fill that out. Page number 9, artist. I want you to see if you can take these 3D shapes and draw them into, so you're going to practice the form, drawing the form, then you're going to practice drawing into an actual object. Here's another sheet that I got from the internet. It's on form. Forms are shapes that are 3D. Try drawing forms using these steps. Try it here. Get a scrap piece of paper, and also try drawing a triangular prism. So we're practicing today.